Hey guys, Dr. Tammy here. We are live from the condo in Hot Springs. It's going to be a wonderful evening. We are getting ready for my son's graduation tomorrow. So thought we would just do some flash lives all weekend long. So if a friend has told you to be, no, Elaine, I don't. I'm just so excited because my team, oh my gosh, my hair's a little disheveled. My team decided that we could totally do these Mother's Day gifts and give away free test kits because we want to change women's lives and we want to get test kits out there in women's hands so that we can start making a big impact. So we are running these specials all weekend long, and I am actually on Instagram and Facebook streaming all over the place. So if you guys, and I'm looking all over the place because of my phone, and then I'm over here streaming as well. So if you guys aren't familiar with the special that we are running, it is the Mother's Day special, and we are doing free test kits for estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And these are home saliva kits. So I'm just doing this little pop-in so that we can give you the code, and the code is free test. So if you want to get your estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone checked, you can get it absolutely free. There is a little bit of shipping on that, but this is a saliva test. Saliva is very effective at looking at what's in the actual tissues and not what's in the blood, because the blood can fluctuate. So all you do is when you order a test kit, you just go to hormonebliss.com. And if someone has told you and invited you in, welcome, welcome. I think a lot of people were sharing, they're like, when she goes live, you have to catch this, because this test kit, some places, oh, thank you, Sherry. This test kit is about $300 or $400 other places on websites. So our lab does saliva testing, and we usually charge $129 on the website. But during these flash lives this weekend, we are doing them completely free. Yes, free for Mother's Day. And they are only $129 usually, but totally free. So all you do is you put your saliva in the test kit. So you order at hormonebliss.com. And when you check out, you have to put in the code free test. And when you put that code in, it'll go from, thank you, Sherry, it'll go from $129 to free. There's a little bit of shipping, so it's like $5 in shipping, but it's only $5 for a $300 test, right? So it is free shipping from the moment you get it when you send it UPS. So when you put it back in the box and you put it in the bag, and you put the mailer, slap that on, send it in, and it is free shipping to the lab. And the coolest thing is once it gets to the lab and we get the results, the consultation to visit with you about dosing bioidentical hormone creams is included in the free. So that's even better. So you can get a test kit and test your estrogen, your progesterone, and testosterone. So if you've ever wondered what your levels are, or I emailed over 50 female girlfriends. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you, Sherry. We're going to save so many lives. I just did a video the other day and I was like, we are on a mission to change women's lives. And we just had somebody earlier who's only been on their hormones 2 days and said that she already feels amazing. So if you've had a doctor tell you that you're just getting older, or listen to you like tell 3 of your symptoms out of 30 that you have before they're like looking at their watch with their hand on the door. And if that's happened to you, that's what we do. That's how we help. Waiting on a call with your results. It usually takes about 10 to 12 days. We've had so many women getting their lives changed and saved. So we've had a little bit of an increase in the lab. So symptoms are brutal. Hate this, 0 progesterone. So we are going to get you fixed up. Sorry I came in late. What is everything that comes with the testing? Okay, so it is estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Oh, you guys are already ordering. I love that. You must have been invited in here. So welcome to the party. Life on bio from another doctor. Can this be used to fine tune? Absolutely, absolutely. And what we often find is that they like what we do better. So hormones help with heart palpitations. Yeah, that's so funny you said that, because there was a special that Oprah Winfrey just did not too long ago. And she said that she was misdiagnosed with PVCs and it was just misdiagnosed menopause. She couldn't even do her book club because her heart was racing so bad. And then she found out that it was menopause and that her hormones were crashed. So It's hormones, right? So absolutely, it absolutely can cause that. The reason is because you have receptors on your heart, electrodes that make your heart beat. And without estrogen balance, your little alpha and beta receptors can just fire erratically. And a lot of women, and I'm not telling you not to go to the doctor if you have chest pain or if this is ongoing, but a lot of women don't realize that all of a sudden now, after perimenopause or menopause, their heart's racing like crazy. And this never happened before. And it's because estrogen regulates your heart rate. Estrogen regulates everything in your body. So anything that you're experiencing, from fatigue to not sleeping, low libido, we lose about 30% of the collagen in our skin the first year after menopause if we don't do something about our hormones. And we feel like we age overnight. So this is such a blessing to be able to help women. And you guys are ordering test kits. So here's the deal. You have to go to hormonebliss.com, and the discount code is free test. It'll say $129 when you go to checkout. But if you put in the code free test, FREE test, it's absolutely free, except for a little bit of shipping. So it's like $5 or less. And then everything else after that is included. And then we're going to get you some answers. Only during this live, though, yes, are migraines related to menopause? 100%. Because a lot of women have migraine headaches when they are cycling during, their menstrual cycle. We know that those are hormone regulated. So absolutely, order these and any vitamin deficiencies. So we do have some other testing that you can do. Right now, the free test is just the estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And what's included? Okay, so when you order the test at hormonebliss.com and you put in a free test, it is a saliva test. And when you get the kit, it's a saliva kit. When you get the kit, you just put your saliva in here. You fill out the requisition. There are over 30 different symptoms that a lot of women don't even know are related to menopause. Frozen shoulder, hip bursitis, fibromyalgia, feel like you're aging overnight, gaining weight. You haven't done anything different. You're not eating any different. You're exercising or not exercising. You're gaining weight and you can't lose it. Hot flashes, night sweats, memory problems, hair loss, sugar cravings, changes in your blood pressure or your cholesterol. There are so many different symptoms that you can have. So we actually rate these 0 through 3, and you put how severe your symptoms are. And then, yes, and then we have a protocol that we put these into, an algorithm, and we can look at the severity of your symptoms. So all you do is you fill that out. You put whether you've had a hysterectomy or not, or ovaries, any hormones that you're on, and then you just put your saliva in the tube and you put it in the kit. And there's a mailer here, and you put it in the mailer. Super, super simple. The shipping to UPS, so it's got a UPS label. You take it to UPS, put this label on there. That's totally free. And what else is included in the whole thing is a consultation where we give you your test results, talk to you about what's going on. We look at your symptoms and we look at your levels, your lab levels, but we don't treat numbers, we treat people. So it's really important that we talk to you. So it's free. Yes, Lene, it is free, but you have to use the code free test. That's really important. So when you go to hormonebliss.com, or you go to my little picture up there and click on that, and it'll take you to my main page where those little love hearts are. And if you want to show me some love, you can click the screen, and I love to give myself some hearts because self-love is good, right? And self-love is getting a test kit to see what your hormone levels are. If you've ever struggled to get a doctor to listen to you, if you've ever said, please test my hormones, you know it's your hormones. Because when we're younger and we're menstruating, or maybe you are now, around that time of the month, you feel crazy. So we've learned to correlate the symptoms with our moods, but we've never been taught to correlate our symptoms of perimenopause and menopause with all the other things, because nobody's talking about this. Well, some people are talking about this, but nobody's talking about the heart palpitations, and nobody's talking about the frozen shoulder and the hip bursitis and the fibromyalgia. And nobody's talking about how bioidentical, all natural topical hormones are safe and life-changing, but life-saving, because all of the disease processes, I love this little picture. This is a graph of time, and this is when your hormones are the highest in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. Oh, I didn't turn this around. Oh, hang on just a second. Okay. So now you can see it better. Okay, so this is when your hormones are the highest, and this is after your ovaries literally dry up and you have no hormones anymore, no estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. This is where all the disease processes happen. And nobody's talking about that. This is where the heart palpitations start. This is where, in the link tree, it is the order your test kit. But if you just go to hormonebliss.com, you'll go right there. So yeah, we are international, which is awesome with our test kits. So this is what we're trying to prevent: the heart disease, the broken hips. This is where we see the dementia. And nobody's really just talking about that. So anyway, it is Mother's Day this weekend. And so we all got together in our team and we decided, wouldn't it be cool if we just did this crazy, crazy thing? Oh, good. I'm glad you got it. This crazy thing, and gave away a bunch of hormone tests. You deserve to know, you deserve to see what your levels are actually doing in your body. And hi, Doreen. And it's just so powerful when you can see what those symptoms are and how they correlate. Please have someone call us. I'm waiting on results. Okay, so they will reach out as soon as your labs are done. But Lisa, if you will direct message me, I will make sure that they, because I might forget after this live. We're out of town right now, so make sure you message me and I'll make sure they check on you. But it has been taking a few extra days, so that could be it. How much is free test? Free test is free. I love it. You got your results. Oh, I'm so excited. That's awesome. So yes, so you have to put in the code free test though. Hormone problem, which is menopause, can cause a problem: sleep, upset stomach. Yes, sunshine, all the things. Most of the problems with menopause is sleep first, because your progesterone, when it declines, you're not sleeping. And everything else, life is not good when you're not sleeping. Your metabolism slows down. Your gut doesn't digest. You've had times when you just didn't get enough sleep and you feel like crap. Found out 240, maybe some disappointed. So we have expanded our programs so that we have some other program options. So if you found that wasn't an option for you, please reach back out to our team, because we have kind of come back to the drawing board because we want so many people to be helped. So please reach back out. And if you couldn't afford the subscription plan that we have some more plans. So I'm excited about that. Mesenteric artery syndrome. Okay, so all sorts of weird things happen after our hormones decline. So where do I order free tests? Okay, so you go to hormonebliss.com and free test, and you put that in when you check out. $199 still too much. So, I hate it. I hate it that we can't, the insurance doesn't cover. I hate it that bioidentical hormones are so inaccessible for people. But it's crazy, because some people pay $250 a month. Thank you, Rachel. Pay $250 a month for their insurance, and they get absolutely nothing, except maybe you won't lose your house if you get something catastrophic. So it is an investment, I understand, but sometimes people have to look at what their health is worth. And I do. I wish it could be. I wish it could be free for everybody. I wish there were agencies that provided bioidentical hormones, but we are a ways off from that. So, but yeah, so if you have, you guys are ordering test kits. It's so amazing, because I feel like, Angel gets its wings every time you guys order a test kit. So, so low progesterone and estrogen, what does that mean? So after your ovaries stop making eggs and you completely flatline on not have any hormones because your ovaries dry up, when you don't have estrogen and progesterone, those are the hormones that keep you young when you're here in your 30s and 40s and 50s. So what does it mean when they're low? That means that you have none. So I think that's why a lot of doctors don't check hormone levels after menopause because they know they're going to be zero. And I can guarantee you, I'm 56. If I don't take my hormones, my levels will be completely zero. So that's what they say is, but it's like this. If you didn't have a thyroid, would they tell you that you don't need to check thyroid levels because you won't have any anyway? That's just absolutely crazy. I realized a few days after my period, I still have more anxiety and mood swings. So yeah, you can have a lot of, you can have a lot of different symptoms that come with anxiety and mood swings. So getting that balanced, a lot of times we'll just use progesterone during the middle part of the cycle, but that's why we test for sure. So Mother's Day, we are pretty much zero while on BHRT. So I would say if they are zero on BHRT, Juju, that's so cute, let us test if you haven't already, and let us take a swing at it to help you. 69 is my estrogen. I would think that that is probably a blood level of estrogen. So saliva testing can give us more information when the blood tests don't show everything. HRT help with energy and depression. 100%. Like I said, I'm 56. If I didn't have hormones, there's no way I'd even get out of bed. So absolutely. Normal to feel changes after your period. Absolutely. Because the first part of your cycle, that follicular cycle, you're making estrogen. The second part, you're making progesterone. So that imbalance can be a big problem. Okay, sorry, but I don't see it on the website. What is the title of the test? So when you go to hormonebliss.com, there will be a link to order the test kit, and then that's where it goes. So if you are on our shop, Hormone Bliss, then you'll want to back up and just go to hormonebliss.com. Or if you go to my link tree up there, it'll take you to my main page with all my videos, and then you can just click on the link that's in there to order the test kit. Yeah, so we are international. I didn't see that question, sorry. My doctor prescribed me HRT without checking my hormones, so I'm confused. So yeah, I mean, a lot of doctors do that. It is so frustrating, but you would never just put someone on thyroid hormone without checking their thyroid first, right? There are so many different dosages and every woman's different. Why wouldn't you check? I mean, it's just madness. I've been a doctor almost 25 years working with perimenopause and menopause and estrogen dominance, and I always test because I'm flying blind. And by symptoms, how can you just go by symptoms when a woman doesn't even know that almost 30 different things are your symptoms? We have in our test kit, the test requisition, there are over 30 different symptoms here. That's just nuts. You can't go to a doctor with 30 different symptoms and have them tell you you're crazy or you just need antidepressants and not check levels. It's insanity. When you do the test, should we do it in the morning before eating? Yes, that is best because it is a saliva test. You don't want food in your mouth. I know that's kind of gross, but you don't want food in your mouth. So yeah, first thing in the morning. But when you get the test kit, if it's late in the afternoon and you can go at least 4 hours, that is plenty of time not eating. Anxiety, aches, and pains last couple of years. Don't know what's wrong with me. I can promise you it is your hormones, and specifically your female hormones, your estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, your main ovarian hormones. If you are over the age of 45 and you have aches and pains and you don't know what's wrong with you and anxiety and doctors are just trying to throw you on meds, I guarantee you it's your hormones. So let's prove it with a totally free test kit. And I know I'm hype, it's just harping on the free test kit, but this is a ridiculous opportunity. And at the end of the day, I just want women to get their hormones tested, and I'm willing to do it for free for Mother's Day weekend because I'm a boy mom and my son, we're here for his graduation this weekend, and it just was so exciting to me to make this happen. Red 69 progesterone, a little high in testosterone. Estrogen. Sorry, I missed that question. Got to Namaste in Mackinville, Tennessee. Cute. Ridiculous opportunity. Yes, it is nuts. And so we just kind of bit the bullet and we're like, okay, we're just going to give a bunch of test kits free. We sometimes, when we do the TikTok lives, we do it for $50, which our normal price is $129, and $50 is actually the lab charges us more than $50 to run the test. So when we do it for $50, it's like we're taking a hit on that, but to do it for free is awesome. So if you want to do that, just go to hormonebliss.com. And then when you go to checkout, it will say $129. But when you put in the code free test, it'll take it free. And there is a couple dollars in shipping, but it's like less than $5. So like for a $300 test, that's pretty good. And the shipping is free to the lab once you do your saliva. And you just do the test requisition, put whether you've had a hysterectomy or you have ovaries or don't have ovaries. And if you're on any hormones currently, like somebody just said, already on HRT, and if you're not feeling like you're in your 30s and feel good, or you have aches and pains, or you think something's wrong, then absolutely put that on here, put the HRT if you're on that now, and then it rates at 0 through 3 on the symptoms, so however severe your symptoms are, and then you just put it on the test requisition, you put your saliva in the tube, you put it in the mailer and send it in, and once we get the results, and the results might take a day or two extra longer because we are giving so many kits free this weekend. And we only do it during these lives. So if you have a friend or someone that you think might be interested, please tell them to follow me because they'll get a notification when I go live. And that's when we have the not even discount code, it's freaking free. So that's crazy. So I totally want you guys to be able to get on that and your friends. And since it's free, go ahead and get a couple for your mom, for your sisters, for your friends. And I think it'll be a wonderful gift because flowers die, candy just makes you feel bloated and can cause diabetes. This is a gift that is just life-saving. So literally, I feel that passionate about it. And like I said, I've been practicing medicine for almost 25 years and helping women get their lives back. And you're being lied to. They say hormones cause cancer. They say hormones are dangerous. They say you're too old for hormones, and none of that is true. So please go watch my videos, educate yourself on the power that you need to take back and learn about bioidentical hormones. They're completely different than synthetic hormones. They're the same hormones that your body makes. And when you get them in balance, it's life-changing and life-saving. New moms that are postpartum. Oh, Lindsay, absolutely best gift that you could ever give them. Why do I say that? The only time, oh, okay, now I got to get my model out. Oh, did I forget it? Oh, darn it. I've got this great model. I will show you here though. Maybe you can see it. I don't know if you can see it on here. This is the ovaries and this is the uterus. I usually have this big plastic model I love. Oh, good. I'm so glad you ordered. Okay. So the ovaries make your estrogen, progesterone, right? The uterus, where the baby lives, the only time that the uterus ever makes hormones is when you're pregnant. And the word progesterone means progestation. Gestation means pregnancy. The uterus makes a ton of progesterone when you're pregnant. After the baby's born, you lose all that progesterone and you completely crash. That's what postpartum depression is. And they don't tell women that. They just put you on antidepressants, and then you can't really breastfeed because it dries up the milk. And it's hurting not only moms, but babies. Don't even know myself or body now. So absolutely, please, please, please just get a test and let us show you that your progesterone is low because your uterus was making so much. And then when you lose the placenta, your body goes into shock. And I'm surprised any woman ever recovers from that level of shock. And here's a crazy story. I have all these crazy stories. But I have a dear friend who is a compounding pharmacist, meaning they mix the hormones. And she had a baby and she had high blood pressure after the baby. And so we were talking and she's like, I can't get my pressure down. I'm so depressed. I feel horrible. And I said, what are you doing about your progesterone? This is a compounding pharmacist who does nothing but women's hormones all day. And she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, my progesterone crashed. I'm like, yeah, she got on progesterone. She was fine. And that makes me mad. And I'm sorry, I get a little preachy, but that makes me so mad that we are so conditioned to think that immediately, I'm not saying stop your blood pressure meds. I'm not saying that. But we immediately go to a headache is an aspirin deficiency. I don't know if you heard that, but a headache, when you get it, is not a deficiency of aspirin. There's something causing it. Started having depression episodes after discontinuing Depo-Provera. So Depo-Provera is a synthetic progestin, completely different than natural progesterone. And yes, it upregulates the receptors of progesterone throughout your body. And it's that same sort of thing. It's that shock that happens. I know so many new mothers suffer. That should be my whole platform, right, Lorelei? It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And the worst thing is that sometimes the babies suffer because moms can do things to babies that are not good. And that's a real thing. And, some moms even kill themselves. And that's going to stop. That is absolutely ridiculous. And there ain't no antidepressants that's going to take care of that progesterone crash. It's criminal. Okay, I get preachy. I get a little emotional. Your hormones ever balance on their own and relieve symptoms? So that's a good question, but I find that if they are unbalanced, you need help. And so ovaries are gone. Yeah. So if you don't have ovaries after menopause, there's no balancing the absence of. It's like not having a thyroid. You didn't have a thyroid. There's no way to balance your thyroid hormones. You have to do hormone replacement therapy with thyroid. If you don't have ovaries, you have to do ovarian hormone replacement therapy. Yeah, I missed that question. I'm sorry. There is a little bit of shipping if that's what you saw at checkout with the free test code. So it should be like less than $5 though. So you do have to put the credit card in for that. Postpartum depression is serious. I'm going through it terribly now. I found you just now. Oh, Lindsay, that makes me want to cry because I have so many women who say they were praying on their knees, literally on their knees, and they were on TikTok and found me. So I feel like it is such a blessing that this platform allows me to come in your house and say, Lindsay, it's going to be okay. We got you. Trying to hurry for my credit card. Oh, it's okay, Lindsay. Sometimes, don't tell, but we leave that code up for probably about 5 or 10 minutes after the live. So don't panic. You're totally fine. Prayed all week and wrote twice a day. God, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Lindsay. Oh, Dana. Yeah, Lindsay, Dana Tacoma is one of my dearest, most precious friends now. And she was one of the earliest people in this program. And like I said, I've been a doctor for 25 years treating menopause and perimenopause, but I decided to take this online so that we could help women everywhere. And Dana was one of our first people. So thank you, Dana. I love you. Thank you for being here and saying that. Oh, Lindsay, me too. No, oh my gosh, we're having this moment. Me and Lindsay are having this moment. So, yeah. So, okay, we're changing women's lives, and my goal has been to make sure that at least 50% of the women on this planet, because we're international now, know that they have options. Know that bioidentical hormones are available. 4 months. Total hormone depletion. I love you too. Oh, it did take a little bit. And sometimes it does, but at least you start. And then, it might take a couple months to get everything dialed in because these are moving pieces with women and their hormones. But we always get there. I always say, if you're patient with me, we get there. Praise Jesus. Oh, I love that, Lindsay. I'm so excited for you. I'm super, super passionate about all of the infertility and the things that happen with women's hormones. And then finally you get a baby and then you have postpartum depression. And like now you can't even appreciate the thing that you worked so hard to get. So we have our fertility bliss program coming soon. 57 irregular periods. I'm on progesterone. So I would recommend that you get the test kit and that you let us look at that and make some recommendations for you. Because if you're bleeding and you're 56, either something's wrong and you probably need a uterine ultrasound or something like that, or if you're on progesterone, they probably don't have it balanced right. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to get tested. I'm going to plug in my phone because I am starting to lose battery power here. So hang on just a minute. And isn't this cool? I want to show you the lake. We're in this little condo for my son's graduation this weekend, and he's so wonderful. Anybody a boy mom out there? I'm a boy mom. I love it. I love it. It's a thing. I'm telling you, I think it's a thing. Oh, so my camera's a little crooked now because I had to plug it in. Just one kit. So yeah, Lindsay, just one kit is good. We check your estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. But get another kit if you want, because if you have a friend, a lot of times we have friends that need it. Oh, how do you get the kit? Oh, yes, Sharon. Okay, this is the cool thing. It's totally free if you go to hormonebliss.com. But here's the deal. You have to put in the code free test, FREE test. And so go to hormonebliss.com, or you can go to my picture up there where it says 14,000 hearts. Thank you very much. I love you guys. And you click on that, it'll take you to the main page, and there's a link right in the middle of the page. My mother's 72. Does she need to test? Absolutely, Lene. Absolutely. You're never too old for hormones. I get so ticked off when doctors tell women that. Partial hysterectomy, and I take thyroid. So I have so many women get off thyroid when they get their hormones balanced, because estrogen and thyroid compete for each other through conversion through the liver. So once you correct the ovarian hormone imbalance or complete depletion, I get women off thyroid all the time. So when she says partial hysterectomy, if you guys aren't familiar with that, that means that you still have ovaries. You've just taken out the uterus. And I get so frustrated because removing the uterus, remember, the uterus only makes hormones when you're pregnant. That's the only time the uterus makes hormones. So just removing the uterus doesn't fix the hormone problem. It just stops the bleeding, which is great. Don't get me wrong. You don't want to bleed. It's icky, right? But it doesn't fix the hormone problem, and that's what we do. Please, I want myself back. Yes, Lisa, I want you to get yourself back for sure, for sure, for sure. So this is a chance. You just go to hormonebliss.com, and the way we test hormones in our online program is with saliva testing, and it's super easy, super convenient. You don't have to go beg your doctor to check your hormones and have them go, oh, you don't need that, or tell you, oh, you're just depressed, or you're just getting older. That's stupid. That's just stupid on every level. And I am a medical doctor. I've been one for almost 25 years. I treat perimenopause and menopause and estrogen dominance, PCOS, all day long, every day in my clinic. Well, not today because I'm here for my son's graduation, but all day long. And I see this all the time. Thank you, Dana. That's so sweet. But yeah, so I'm just super passionate about testing, because you don't know until you test. You're just guessing. And when doctors are like, finally, they'll give you some hormones and they don't test them first. That makes absolutely no sense. Again, insulin is a hormone, right? If you were a diabetic, would they tell you, you don't need to check your sugars? You just take the smallest amount of insulin so you don't go into diabetic shock. Or they wouldn't say, with your thyroid, if you didn't have a thyroid, they wouldn't say, okay, we're just going to give you the lowest amount of thyroid so that you can get out of bed. No. And there's a very wide range of insulin doses and thyroid doses, and there's a wide range of estrogen doses. So why would they do that? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm a common sense girl. God answered my plans. Oh, you're such a blessing. I'm so glad you're here. This is so awesome. Already used. I'm not sure what you meant, Lene. It's already used. Was that the code? It should still be live. So, oh, thank you, Dana. That's so sweet. I love it when our tribe is on here. It's so awesome. Scroll up. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure you guys are commenting. I might be missing part of that, but So yeah, so Dana was saying it's awesome. So I love it when you guys are commenting and sharing, because when you share this, you're helping other women too. And there's so many women out there suffering. So what do we do once we get the testing, which is free? It's so awesome. We get the test results. Okay, Sherry, I love that. So once we get your test results, we get on the phone with you, we do a consultation, and we dose your bioidentical hormones. And then if that's something that you want to do, we have a subscription plan. And so you get your hormones, you get support. We get on a live call every month and we hang out and we talk about adjustments. And there's Elaine, she can tell you that we like to hang out on the Zoom, and we're just a tribe. I'm also very passionate about education. So one of the main things we do are we have courses in there, and we can teach you about hormones so that you have your power. The word doctor in Latin means to teach. And so if I can teach you about your body, and I'm not talking about in the 5th grade when you get that little book and it's about the birds and bees and you're going to have a period. I'm talking about what your estrogen does for you, what your progesterone does for you, what testosterone does for you, how to get the balance, and how to advocate for yourself. That's what the biggest deficiency is that we have. Get one for mom. It won't let me use it again. I think they limited to 3 kids, but let's see. I'm thinking if you use a different email, it might work. If I tell you what, don't worry, so be patient. Thank you, Dana. If it doesn't work, direct message me after this live, and I'll ask the team and make sure that you can order at least 2 or 3 kids for your family. I know. I wish med schools did offer more of this. This is another crazy story. I hear this stuff all the time, and it drives me absolutely nuts because I care so much. I can't even tell you all the tears that I've cried over this. Lene already used on first purchase. If you guys are having trouble getting a couple of kits because you want them for family, I'll make sure after this live that that's turned back on. So don't give up. After I get off here, give me like 10 minutes and I'll reach out. Let's see if we can fix that, because I want you guys to be able to get several for your friends and sisters and whoever. So I don't want to limit it to just one. But what was the question? I just got distracted a minute ago. Sorry. Bring that question back around if you have it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm still kind of teary about what we get to do for people, and you guys are ordering kits. We were limiting it to 10 kits when I do these lives, and then we just decided we would keep it however many of you guys order during the lives. Can fibroids come and go with hormones going crazy? Absolutely. Oh, thank you for that, Dana. Dana's sharing her story. I love it. For the longest time, all I saw was Tacoma, and I thought that was her name. So that's so cute when I finally found out. And you know what's funny is when you know somebody's name, or you think, like my son's neighbor boys are his best friends. They're twins. He's known them forever. But when one of them introduced himself to me when they were little, he was being ornery, and I love it. And I asked him his name, and he said Taco. I'm like, okay, that's an interesting name. And so anyway, it turned out his name was Graham, but he will forever be Taco to me. So Dana will forever be Tacoma to me. So yeah, so here's the deal. During these lives, and I'm going to do several during the weekend. So if you follow me, you'll get notification when I go live, and tell your friends if they follow me that they'll get notifications. So if they want to get on a live and they want to order kits, or they want to order kits for their moms or sisters or friends, then they'll get notification. And when I'm live, that code free test makes the test absolutely free. And again, there is a little bit of shipping. It's less than $5, or it might be a little over $5 depending on where you live. But for literally $5 for a test that is normally like $300 or $400 online, that's just crazy. reached the limit. My fiance is my moderator, and he's probably like, okay, it's been a long day. We got to get up early in the morning, but I'm enjoying my time with you guys. Hormone depletion syndrome. Yes, it is absolutely, absolutely awful. And it's not fair that women are suffering. And I just want to kind of show you one more time, because I'm going to hop off here in just a little bit so we can enjoy a little bit of our time here without always working. But I'm always working because I'm always thinking about you guys and always trying to figure out ways to save women's lives. So yeah. So this is your hormones when you're younger, and this is your hormones after your ovaries dry up, and we call this hormone depletion syndrome. And that's where the term hormone replacement therapy comes from. And so what we're trying to do is to replace these hormones that you once had, or if you're still menstruating, or you're perimenopausal, meaning your hormones are starting to drop off the cliff. This is perimenopausal. We can make such a big difference for you if we can catch you in those phases. So awesome. Okay, so to get your free hormone test kits, you can go to hormonebliss.com, and when you check out, put in the code free test, and it's normally $129, which is really inexpensive. And we do these flash codes sometimes to make it like $50, but it is free. You can't beat free. So yeah, so go get a test kit. It's a saliva test kit for estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And you just fill out the test requisition, put it in the mailer. It is free shipping by UPS to the lab. We get your results. We go over your results, and then we make a plan to get you on bioidentical hormones. And it is all individualized. It's not just, here you go, here's this cream. It is prescription strength. So it's not just, some people are like, is this just yam cream or something? No. And it is completely individualized for you, and we work with you. Optimal progesterone levels after menopause. Well, after menopause, and you don't have ovaries anymore, you'll have 0. So that's not optimal. I would tell you that is not optimal. But if you're looking at blood levels and you're on HRT or BHRT, bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, optimal with progesterone can be anywhere from 1 to 2 in the blood, and then it can be anywhere from 100 to 200 in the saliva testing. So just kind of depends on every woman and your symptoms, but it's also the ratio of your estrogen to your progesterone that's very, very important. And that's what we do, is we look at all of that and your symptoms and put that together. So, okay, I'm going to get off here, but hormonebliss.com, and the discount code is free test, and it is a free hormone test for your estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Gold standard for hormones. So the term gold standard, thank you, Dana. The term gold standard is a little bit misleading, because there are gold standards in lots of things, but what do we call the gold standard? But saliva testing, I consider the gold standard for using topical bioidentical hormones, because it measures what's in the tissues. Blood testing is somewhat erratic because it fluctuates so much. And so blood testing is fine if you're on oral hormones, because it's going through the liver and you can get a picture. I don't like oral hormones. I will just tell you that. But if you're going to use bioidentical topicals, the saliva is a great way to go. But if you can't do saliva, we have finger stick tests and stuff. But really, the saliva test for your estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, I almost say that as one word now because it just kind of rolls, is the gold standard of treating menopause. And then we also have cortisol testing and thyroid testing and food sensitivity testing and genetic testing. And that's all on our site as well. So if you're interested in those things, we have those too. And they're very inexpensive. My whole goal is to make this as affordable as possible for everyone. Oh, thank you, Elaine. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited. He's worked very, very hard for this, and he's such a good kid. And I am a super crazy boy mom when it comes to, it took me 13 years of infertility to get him. So I'm very, very passionate about the preciousness of that. And anyone that is struggling with fertility and progesterone deficiency, estrogen dominance, PCOS, and they're having trouble getting to be a boy mom or any kind of mom, where we have that coming out very, very soon. So I'm excited. It's called Fertility Bliss. And we've kind of packaged it up and put in a little bow to tie that up and help women get pregnant as well. So, thank you, Dana. Thank you, Dana. Okay, so traveling makes the best memories. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, you guys have a beautiful evening. I love you very, very much. And if you've lost hope, please don't give up hope. We are here. We are here. We are here. Mom to 3 boys. I love it. All right, guys. Love you. Have a great night. 5,000 diamonds. New achievement unlocked.
Oh, you won. It's getting cold now.
33.
Fuck me.
34.
Well, let me more that. So we're at, then we did 12. So 30, 32 and 34, 66 plus 12, 78 so far today. If we do another one tomorrow, we do 1 or 2.
This is how we do it.
I mean, stick with me, then. I'll get it. I'll get you. I'll get you.
I like it. Sexy legs.
Honey, stop it.
Oh, did I get your back flat?
No.
Oh, hey, it looks pretty good.
No, I've been taking my,
Medicine.
every other, yeah.
I'm pretty stinking excited, baby.
You excited? You excited? A lot of kids. A lot of fucking, I told you we're gonna do 150 this weekend.
I shouldn't let myself get so depressed when I saw 4 kids, but it's so disheartening to spend an hour of your life and sell 4 kids.
Yeah. Got you a little slushy.
You do?
Probably gonna be good, actually.
That sounds awesome.
There mustn't be much alcohol in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have froze. I got my beer in there, so. It's probably too cold outside. What are we up to? 78? No. 32 and 34. 32 and 34. And my tribe hadn't even come in yet. 32, 34. Then 66 plus 12, 78.
Oh gosh. I forgot to end the live. Oh, shoot.